because I think kind of like having like an underlying belief in something greater than yourself is like a fantastic foundation for living like a fulfilling life and everything. You know, like how many people do we know that are like depressed and like on the verge of killing us? A good chunk of us. So yeah, having that like background is fantastic. And then now I'm really into kind of like the utility of God and like the belief in a higher power, because in a sense like my God like is the higher values, so to speak, and everything. You know, I try to be a good person, and I make that my purpose in life. And I'm not doing that to get into heaven. I'm just doing that because I feel like that is like the greatest goal one can have, in a sense, is being a good person. And therefore, you know, whether I go to hell or not, I'll still be like, all right, I left a good mark on the world.
I'm proud of what I did.
Yeah.
It's funny. I just similar. So I was raised, I think Catholic technically, right? Is that? Yeah, I think so. You get baptized, right? I did that. I didn't do much else, but
I got you.
But my parents were never like really forcing it or on us or anything. But as I got in, I remember like going into high school, just being like, that shit is so dumb. Like I remember we were like, did you do Lent and stuff like that? Right. And I remember my mom would always ask like, well, what are you giving up for Lent? Because then she'd try to like make sure you hold you to it. And usually we give up like soda or give up like, I don't know, like Skittles or something stupid. And I remember we're like, I'm in the front seat of the car and my siblings are in the back, and she like asks each of my siblings, and then she asks me like, yo, Darren, what are you giving up for Lent this year? So I'm giving up religion, dude. And I just gave it up. I haven't gone back. I just have not gone back. And honestly, I was kind of a dick for a little while where I didn't get into, I know all those same guys, definitely watched their videos and stuff. But I just would like, I was friends with, there was like this group of girls in my high school that were super religious, like kind of like Bible thumpy a little bit. And I would sit with them at lunch and I would just be like, nah. I'd like invite them to tell me things about it, and they'd be like, nah, wrong. And I had nothing to even refute. Like I just was like, no. I just did rage bait him. It was so dumb, and I feel badly about it because I don't care that deeply anymore. I'm still not religious at all, but I don't care. So you know, and like you're saying, it's like I think there is so much utility in religions, in all the religions. I think there's a reason people have like flocked to them. But at the end of the day, like you're saying, be good. Be kind to your fellow human, to animals, to the planet. It'll work itself out. I think
you'd hope so.
You know, and I think if God is, if he's actually for real and he's cool, if I'm doing that, I think he's gonna snatch me up at the end. Maybe he's gonna ask me, hey, why didn't you could have gone to church a couple more times? I'll be like, my bad, sir. And maybe we'll shake hands and he'll be like, all right, you can come in, but only on the weekends or something. I don't know. We'll figure it out.
That could be true. I don't know. I wonder. I feel as though I might do all the things that I think is right, and he might just be like, nah, it wasn't right at all. And I'm like, oh, well, you know, I just, if I do have to speak to some deity at the end, I want to be like, this was my reasoning. Whatever you got to do, you got to do. And you know,
let me back it up though.
Because you ever heard like Bo Burnham's like take on like God and everything in that one song
from God's perspective?
I love that. He's like, why would I want to hang out with you? There's a billion aliens way cooler. And I was like, all right, fair enough.
Literally.
Probably doesn't give a fuck if we eat pork or have premarital sex and everything.
Well, and I don't know if you've ever heard like Pete Holmes, who's pretty religious. He talks about it. I love the way he described how he would be okay if he went to hell. Is like he's cool with going to hell as long as like every 30 minutes to 2 hours, whatever, they give us like a 15-minute water break where we get to all be like, that's terrible what's going on. As long as we can bitch about it for a few minutes, like I could probably put up with it forever. So I'll figure it out.
That'd be a fun take on hell.
Yeah.
You've seen the Simpsons take on like a Protestant versus Catholic heaven?
No.
And everything. So Protestant heaven is basically like a bunch of Republicans playing golf. And then Catholic heaven is just a bunch of hammered Mexicans and Irish dudes. Just having a blast. All right, fair enough. Shout out the Catholics and everything.
Yeah, dude, they do it. They do party. It is crazy. It is crazy. Same thing with like, I have I know some Muslim people that like, dude, party their asses.
Oh yeah, but that's one thing they don't do.
But then, they go out for dumplings, and they're like, whoa, I don't want these pork. I'm like, come on, man. And I respect the religion. I respect you. I respect everything you're doing. but it's a little silly to get offended by it. You just want to be like, no, thank you, whatever. But to be offended by it or to look at me crazy,
brother,
won't even dap me up. You know, he can smell it on my breath. Won't even dap me up, dude. That's crazy to me.
Yeah.
I don't know. Religion is fun. It is a little silly.
We all find our one thing.
We'll find our thing.
Hey, thanks for watching there, guy. Click right over here if you want to see that episode in its entirety. Or you can click over here and subscribe to the channel. See all the other fun shit we do here. It's really up to you, guy.